Hello, welcome back to Edexcel Maths. In this video I'm going to be going through some exam questions to do with Pythagoras Theorem. These questions are all taken from real GCSE past papers and give a good idea of the type of question that's likely to come up in your exam. As always, make sure to pause the video and have a go at the questions yourself before watching me going through them. Remember to like and share this video, subscribe to the Edexcel Maths YouTube channel, and leave a comment with any feedback or requests for topics or questions. Recall that the Pythagoras Theorem says that in a right-angled triangle, the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. In other words, this means that here a squared plus b squared is equal to the hypotenuse c squared. This first question, we're given the rectangle ABCD. We're told that its length is equal to 17 centimeters and its height is 8 centimeters, with the diagonal AC drawn through it. We're asked to calculate the length of the diagonal. Since ABCD is a rectangle, all of its angles are right angles, so we can mark some of these in. A right angled triangle has formed, with sides of length 8 centimeters and 17 centimeters. The diagonal AC, which we're trying to find the length of, is the hypotenuse of this triangle. So first, write down Pythagoras' theorem. This would show the examiner that you know what rule you're meant to be using. So even if you make some silly mistake while doing the calculations, you'll still get some marks. Here we'll let our length A be the 17 centimeters, B be 8 centimeters, and C be the hypotenuse AC. So 17 squared plus 8 squared is equal to AC squared. You can expand this out by writing 289 plus 64 is equal to AC squared. This means that AC squared is equal to 353. To get AC on its own, we must take the square root of both sides. So AC is equal to the square root of 353. Plugging this into your calculator, you get 18.788 something. We're told that the answer should be correct to one decimal place. So rounding this, we get 18.8 centimeters. This is our final answer. The next question, we're told that ABCD here is a trapezium, or also known as a trapezoid. And we're asked to calculate the length of BC, which is this line over here. First, to make the algebra easier for us, I'm going to let BC equal x. Next, I'm going to draw the construction line, a line from point C across to the line AD, which is parallel to the line AB. And I'm going to call this extra point over here E. Since line AB is parallel to this line EC, that means it's also equal to 15 centimeters. And since the whole line AD is equal to 12, and BC is equal to x, ED is equal to 12 minus x centimeters. Additionally, since the line EC is parallel to AB, this means that this angle is also a right angle. Because this shape here formed as a rectangle, all of its angles must be right angles. This means that angle CED must also be a right angle, because angles on a straight line sum to 180 degrees. So if this angle is 90 degrees, this one must also be 90 degrees. Now we've formed a right angle triangle here with 3 of its sides, and we can use Pythagoras' theorem to work out the missing length x. If we let 15 centimeters be our A, we've got 15 squared plus, and we'll let 12 minus x be equal to b, 12 minus x squared, which is equal to 17, which is length c squared. Now expanding these brackets, we have 225 plus x squared minus 24x plus 144 equal to 289. We can simplify the constants in this equation by subtracting 289 from both sides. This leaves us with x squared minus 24x plus 80 is equal to 0. To solve this, you could use the quadratic formula or compute the square, but this also has some very nice factors. This can be written as x minus 20 multiplied by x minus 4 is equal to 0, which means that either x is equal to 20 or x is equal to 4. Now looking back at the context in our diagrams, there's no way that x is equal to 20, because the width of the rectangle here is 15 centimeters, and this height is smaller than the width, which means that x must be less than 15. So we write that x must be less than 15 centimeters, therefore x equals 4 centimeters. And remembering that BC is equal to x, this means that BC is equal to 4 centimeters, which is our final answer. In this final question, we're told that a television has a diagonal length of 50 inches. The ratio of the length of the television to the width of the television is 4:3. We're asked to calculate the length and width of the television. It makes the question much easier here to first draw a diagram. The diagram doesn't need to be scaled, of course, and it's just a simplified version of the television as a rectangle. Now we let the length of this television equal 4K, and the width equal to 3k. It doesn't really matter at this point what the k means, but this maintains that the ratio between them is 4:3, like the question specifies. Then we can draw in the diagonal of this television, which we're told is 50 inches. Since this television is a rectangle, all of its angles are right angles. And now we formed a right angle triangle, so we're free to use Pythagoras' theorem to work out our unknown k. To solve this equation, we can expand all of these brackets to get 16k squared plus 9k squared is equal to 2,500. This means that 25k squared is equal to 2,500. Now we can divide both sides by 25 to get k squared equals 100. Now to get k on its own, you just take the square root of both sides. So you get k is equal to 10 inches. Here you don't need to worry about the plus or minus sign. Because k is a length, your answer can't be negative. So your answer is 10 inches only for k. Remember, we're asked to work out the length and the width of the television. From what we wrote at the start of the question, the length is equal to 4k and the width is equal to 3k. Now that we worked out that k is equal to 10 inches, we can substitute those both in to find that the length is equal to 4 times 10 and the width is equal to 3 times 10. This means that the length is equal to 40 inches and the width is equal to 30 inches, which is our final answer. Remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any more questions. Thank you so much for watching.